This video describes the sideboards of the tabernacle as described in Exodus chapter 26, verses 15 through 25. So in demonstrating how this works, I've the model that I've created here. What you see are the trenches, which I believe were dug, into which the sockets were placed, and the sockets were the foundation of the structure. And so I'll kind of show you how all this operates and how the sideboards or the walls of the tabernacle would fit into the sockets or foundation, creating a strong structure from which the Israelites could worship. Here is a depiction of the acacia sideboard. You'll notice it's similar in appearance to the framing of a house. It was not a solid piece of wood, which most scholars believe, as the acacia tree was not big enough to create such a large solid piece of wood, and it would have been too heavy to move and to be stood upright. So it just kind of had this frame-like appearance to reduce weight and to be made out of the tree from which it came. Over this board, gold leafing was placed, and thereby providing a solid wall. What you see here is a depiction of the hole through which the bars were ran through, just in essence run through the entire wall, providing a little bit of extra stability. I'll show that in another video. Here is the tenons referred to in verse 19. 2 tenons per board, which would be used to fasten or fit into the foundation. I'll show you that in a second. Here's a bronze socket, that was for the pillar, and here are 2 silver sockets. There were 2 silver sockets per sideboard, and you'll kind of see they had notches grooved into them, and the tenons would then be placed into that. I'll show you that here in just a second. So the sockets were placed into the ground, and let me show you a different angle. You kind of get the big picture of how all this looked. So that's what we're going to be doing. Let me show you just a single board how this would operate. So again, the sockets were made out of silver. There was 96 in total, and there was bronze sockets for the pillars, but we're not talking about that quite yet. Let me show you how the tenons would fit into the sockets. So again, the tenons were just a protrusion of wood, allowing the board to be fastened securely into the structure, preventing movement. Again, this is first described in verse 19 in Exodus chapter 26. So the tenons would fit right into those sockets, and just providing a nice snug fit and just securing the wall. So big picture, here's the structure as it would have looked without the gold overlay, of course, but this is how it was made. And that's it for this video.